Let us continue our story as we see Leo, Pippin, and Brica in the aftermath of a risky move as they hold court in the office of the governor, who without interruptions will show them that there are two sides to every story, and sometimes a blend is what ends up as the truth. This week on WeTogether, a different shade of gray. And then I'll ask, as I always do. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Ready as Freddy.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to bring us back in to the moment where all of you seemed to realize not perhaps the danger you're in. No, it's not that. It's more who you're in the presence of. Because up till now, it has been a conversation. Up till now, despite your insistence that threats have been made, no real threats have been issued. But after the act of violence that Pippin and the others had tried to enact, it is now very much a certainty that perhaps you should not have fucked around. Perhaps you're about to find out.
Amazing intro. You have fucked around and you're about to find out here on WeTogether.
That's the name of the chapter. Fuck around in 5. As you guys are all with adrenaline running, with bated breath, I believe Rucker had tried to attack Pippin and just barely missed him and disintegrated the back of his chair, making it a part of his arm to then use as a weapon. And Eve had gotten up and pointed the gun, I believe it was at Crash. Yes, because I think Brica was like, fuck this, I'm out of here. And I'm pretty sure Leo was not involved in the violence in any way, shape, or form. Did I get anything wrong?
Nope. I believe I was standing behind Pippin.
Crash. Pippin. Very important distinction.
It was whoever looked like they were about to do something, and I was kind of going to hold them back. Pippin.
Yeah, I think you moved towards Pippin, and I moved towards the door.
So, as this all popped off, you guys didn't even have time to really react. As Magnus's power on full display, the bottle of liquor that caught fire and set blaze to the library as Pippin had intended had rewound itself back whole. And then the governor had poured a drink for himself out of it and taken a sip. And he issued, I believe, it came out as a statement, but it felt like a threat. I'm done talking. I brought you here to talk. Now you're going to listen. And everyone in the room feels this like glitch, like almost like reality starts to like kind of tear in certain small ways until Brica, you could have sworn you were halfway to that door, but you are standing where you were a couple seconds ago. Pippin, the chair that had been disintegrated is now whole again. And Rucker is standing behind Magnus once again, with Eve up against the wall, looking at you all with just, I told you so, written all over her face. All of you reacting to this in just a flash of a second. There's confusion, but one of you has a reaction that you're all used to at this point. As Varric, Crash, you're not sure at this point, but one of them, drip, drip, the blood leaking out of his nose, hitting the carpet. And you see like one tear of blood come out of his eye before he slumps forward and falls on the ground. Magnus smirks, takes another sip. He never really did get that under control, did he? Looks at you guys. Happen a lot?
Well, you know about this?
Yeah. I don't know if you picked up on this, but me and Greenie down there, we go way back. We've been through a lot together. I know more about him than, hell, I even know about my own daughter.
I just interject real quick and say that I'm sorry for what I just attempted to do.
Oh, I know. I know you're sorry. They always are. I understand. This is Iris Luna, after all. This is the block. We have to do what we have to do out here. I get it. I always have. I understand. No harm. No foul. However, I will say, while I may need you for my plans can always change. So, before you do anything rash again, just remember, there are more than one way for this to go. Are we all understood? He looks at the room.
Yes, sir.
Not saying a single word, just deadpan looking at him.
You see Brika in her feed because now that she has kind of gone back in time, she's very confused. She's like looking through all her stuff, seeing if anything has changed, seeing if it's like her implant. So she's just like half listening to Magnus and half trying to figure out what the fuck that glitch was.
Nothing in your HUD would indicate time. In fact, while you may have gone back in time, the time that is reading on your HUD has not changed at all. So you have all that messages that you had, all of that still intact.
What's your proposal? Also, can I just check on my friend real quick? He's not looking too hot.
Oh yeah. He looks over at Eve. Eve, give him the serum. Eve like sits up, looks at him real confused. Are you sure? Look, he just looks at her with this like icy, green-eyed, dead look. And she goes, all right. All right. She pulls out like one of those air syringes. It would look like Boost, which you guys all know what that looks like, but it's the wrong color. Instead of being, I believe Boost is red, if I remember correctly. It is like a bright blue color.
Whoa. Hey. What's that?
Oh, just something that my boys hooked up in the lab for neural cognizance. That's what he's experiencing. 2 people, 1 brain. Not always good for the neurons.
Is that going to do anything negative?
Well, yeah, to be honest, I've never tested it on someone as probably deeply scarred as your friend here. Varric's engram has been passed around more times than he stops himself. Governor. Anyway.
I'm trying to catch Eve's attention.
Well, she's moving towards crash. Single-minded efficiency.
Eve.
She stops. She doesn't look at you, but you see her stop.
I'm waiting for. I just say her name again. Eve.
She slowly looks up, meets your eyes.
I'm looking at her inquisitively. I want to roll insight. Oh, baby. Coming in hot. That's a nat 20.
Oh, shoot.
Well, I did not roll a nat 20. I did roll a dirty 23, but critical 20 beats things that are dirty in my game. I know some people don't do it that way, but in my game. So with that said, you see her steely-eyed, giving nothing away as per usual. Then she blinks. And in the second that she blinks, for a flash, you see on her face that she is genuinely concerned. Just the flash across her face. She is genuinely worried about something. But then it just like that, it's gone. What?
I'm going to move around Pippin, tap him on the shoulder. Hey, he's got something for this. Whenever Crash wakes up, we'll talk to him about whatever it is you have. Pippin can handle it.
Wait, what am I handling?
I'm moving towards Crash.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Leo.
I'd like to get between him and Eve.
As you stand between Eve and Crash, and Pippin's confusion kind of mounting here, Magnus is just looking very. You don't want to help your friend.
I want to make sure he's. We've talked about this before. He'd rather us ask permission. Last time it didn't go so well, so I could take that whenever he wakes up. We'll check in on him.
Roll persuasion, and you could have advantage on that.
Plus 21.
He can indeed do something for you. As Magnus, for a second, just like with the confused, just like, I swear to God, people on the outer rim just constantly have trust issues. It's fine. Eve, it's fine. Just give him the syringe.
Thank you for trying to help. I really do appreciate it.
Eve just like quizzically looks at you and just.
I'm not looking at her anymore. I'm just looking at Magnus. I take it. I turn towards him, but I'm still standing kind of protectively over Crash.
I mean, at least get him off his face.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for Eve to back off, and then I'll look back at Pippin, like, help me lift him to a comfortable up against the desk or something.
Pippin sees this. He's like, oh, I can move him myself. We don't need a tag team. I just kind of like prop him up. I sit behind him like crisscross, so my back is facing Magnus, but I'm back to back with unconscious Crash.
You prop him up pretty no problem.
I tuck that serum deep down under a bunch of explosives in my bag. I haven't really dealt with that yet. Actually, you know what? If I could, my hand's already in there. I'm going to cast Magifix.
Mm-hmm. I'm
going to touch. I've like looked through this stuff before. What could already be considered an explosive, like almost on its own. I'm going to cast Magifix on that, so that way I have that kind of queued up.
I'm going to ask you to roll. I'm assuming you want this to be as nonchalant as possible.
Yeah, it looks like I'm putting the serum away, but
sleight of hand, that sounds to me. Brika's just watching her fucking party mates, just like, they're going to either get us killed or they're not going to get us killed.
A 9.
A 9? Okay.
Yeah, I think I pull my hand out and like just ever so slightly and like put it back in again.
You hear, as you're like putting the serum in, you hear a slight sound, like a click, and you feel what feels like a bunch of sand just fall into your hand. It's the only thing that you can really grab this time.
And that's after I set the serum down?
Yes.
And I pull my hand out. Is there sand in my hand?
It is a weird crystalline black color. Looks like sand.
I cast Magifix anyways, while my hand was still in the bag. I think that partially he didn't realize that anything had changed. So he cast Magifix as soon as he touches this, and then he pulls it out like weird. Drop it and like kind of brush my hands off.
As you brush your hands off and your Magifix starts to take effect, Magifix is a spell that is very highly in tuned with the technological elements of your PNI. So the results will show up in a magical sense, where like in your mind, but they also kind of have the capability to show up on your HUD.
That hasn't been the case before, but I like that a lot. Can we make that worked into the lore somehow? Like maybe or something that Brika did?
Well, Brika hasn't had a chance to deal with the new PNIs, but we can make it part of your new PNI's capabilities.
Yeah, she has. We did the thing. I have the tattoos now. That happened this morning. So like I haven't done Magifix since then, so maybe it comes.
Yep. Makes sense. So the reason I'm saying this is mostly because in a magical sense, you can only really sense the compounds, which is why when you did the glasses, it didn't come through as hinges, glasses. It came through as bent glass, right?
Right. Yep.
That's the major primary function of glasses. Now, with the sand, it has a primary function. But your understanding of the primary with just Magifix, just the magical side of Magifix, would be this is a chemical compound, is what it's telling. Now, with your PNI, it would recognize the chemical compound, and you would be able to then get more information that way.
So that's, I think, where we're at. I think that feature, I think, just kind of hits him what is happening. In that moment, he's like, in his head, I've never seen this before. And he kind of like mentally clicks kind of into the extra information.
It is what this world's version of gunpowder is. So it would come up as, I guess gunpowder can just be gunpowder, right? It doesn't need a fancy name, right?
Sure.
But it is used as a primary explosive element, and it is something that is illegal to synthesize, but it can be synthesized.
Okay. Yeah, it's like sulfur and whatever else. Cool.
Science stuff.
Yeah, science words.
I am not the one for that. But you essentially are holding gunpowder in your hand, and you just spread it all over the floor.
I just spread it all over the floor, and I have like mental signature for this for other reasons.
Yes. And it is also all over your bag.
I think my bag was already kind of in its own explosive state this whole time.
Don't you be knocking the bag lady like that.
So as you wipe dust, what it looks like dust, Magnus wouldn't be paying attention enough to notice otherwise. All over, you wipe it off, a little bit gets on his desk, and you see him just kind of annoyedly like brush it off the corner. He's like, yes. Anyway, so I am not the one who commissioned for you all to be a part of Project Genesis. In fact, I have not been a part of Project Genesis for many years now. The one who is running it is kind of what you would call a big, bad, evil guy. How much do you know about this whole thing? How much do you know about us?
Assume basically nothing aside from Subject Zero.
Rika raises her hand.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, dear.
What do we know about you? And she pulls out the picture from her tablet. We know about that much, plus a little extra.
He looks at the picture, and like his face for a second kind of like flickers with an amusement. And then he looks back. Well, then, Subject Zero, as you say, or Dr. Yor, as we would call him. You obviously know that we all, at one point, were together, a part of the first class of Project Genesis. And let's just say we didn't succeed. Something's coming, something big. Now, I don't have all the details because only Dr. Yor and he looks at Crash passed out, your friend there, know all the details. But what I know is we didn't succeed. And whatever's coming, it's still coming. No. He turns on like the window behind him that's like all foggy and gross and shit. A holographic display appears in front of it like a television. And you see night vision style footage of creatures ripping people apart in a parking garage, as all of you would recognize your own party.
Somebody tell me what's going on. I'm turned around right now. I can't see what's happening. Hello?
Oh, Pippin, do you remember when I kind of lost my mind when we were fighting the Owlin?
Oh, you're talking about like in Rita's parking garage?
Yeah, that's what they're showing right here, just in dark vision.
That's what they think is coming?
Actually, that's the funny thing. No, that's what's here. Your Dr. Yor, this is his plan. This is his idea of preparing. And his notions brought him to believe that if he could create the perfect class of Project Genesis, that we would finally succeed in getting a group strong enough to battle whatever's coming. So then he and someone else went behind my back, stole the primary power source of Project Genesis, and used it to their own ends. Thus, points to all of you, the newest class of Project Genesis.
It's the governor, sir. Can I ask you a serious question?
Not while you're not looking at me, no.
He's sitting on the ground. He links arms with the unconscious Crash and like butt scoots, so he's facing the governor.
He's just staring at Brika like, really? Like, really?
I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Would one of those people who went behind your back happen to be my father?
Well, now, as much as I would love to throw Clark under the bus or a bus with his neurotic, stupid ideas, no. Clark had no idea that they were going to do this. He also was betrayed. And I'm sure when you talk to him next, he will tell you the same.
Okay. I just had to know. It's been a minute.
Yes, it has been. So, with that being said, now you understand all the parts, all the players.
Brika raises her hand one more time.
You're so adorable. Yeah, what do you need?
So I just would like to know your thoughts on how Yor uses the stone.
His face twitches. And for a second, you see a small glitch, and his hair is back to being like disheveled and in front of his face. And then a glitch again happens, and it's back to being perfectly crew cut. The stone, you say? I guess that makes sense for Bo's progeny. He did have a fascination with that thing. It cost him, didn't it? I would say, let the stone go. You don't need to know everything.
Brika's eyes just like glaze over, just like almost icy.
That's not something someone can easily forget.
What? Sorry. I feel like I'm mostly up to date on everything here. But what's the stone?
Looks at Brika. Are you gonna let him? You gonna let him know? Gonna leave him in the dark? Gonna leave him hanging?
The stone happens to be the reason that my father was brutally murdered.
I put a little bit of that together, I guess. It doesn't answer the question of what it is. And if it has anything to do with Yor, then I have a lot of follow-up questions.
Well, I don't know, Leo. Do you remember me growing a third horn for a few hours?
Well, that's one of the questions. Hey, know anything about that, Magnus?
News to me. none of us have ever. The stone is never been used in the way that it was used to create you. So that's all new to me.
You know this. We've already established it. For obvious reasons, don't trust you at all. You're not really trying to be trustworthy. I'm sure you can see that. But
Right.
you're being very forthright with information that I assume is true. So let's dig into it.
I don't lie.
You're, upon our rebirth, among other things, gave me a blood red stone that I suppose in hindsight I should have questioned more, but in the moment it seemed to make sense. That stone has since disappeared and then reappeared in Brika's forehead.
Okay, well, that's new. Sorry about your forehead, dear. That sounds horrible. I have a daughter. I understand.
It's fine now.
Yeah, it looks great.
She rubs her head.
This is not obviously not the point. Is it the same thing, the stone that we're talking about?
Well, here's the thing. I have a question of my own, and then I can answer your question. He points to the TV where the fucking people are still getting ripped apart in the parking garage. Was that a result of the stone's influence on you, dear?
I start nodding my head before she starts talking.
Oh, yeah, that was the first time I was acquainted with Dr. Yor.
And you are responsible for summoning the monstrosities, am I right?
That is correct.
Well, I have some good news and some bad news, okay? The good news is, yeah, I'll answer your question. They are directly related in ways that I can't really possibly understand, because in all of our testing over the 30 odd years that we spent trying to use the stone to our own end, points and the picture freezes right on one of the monsters with its like completely skinless lips, no eye sockets, just like a flat, fleshy, just gray face in the right and fully in camera. He points to it. That's what happens whenever anyone comes in contact with the stone. And as far as I know, you are the first to not suffer such a fate.
So then we're claiming that this is the stone.
I mean, I would assume to reason that control over these things, which she says she expressly had control over them, then it would have to be. I can't think of another thing that would have that level of control.
So you've had 30 years of testing. This is the first time you're seeing this. What? That kind of puts us in a certain position here, doesn't it? She is currently holding, hypothetically, what could help save us. Or
This could destroy all of Iris Luna.
destroy it. Yeah.
Yeah, a breakout like this, catastrophic.
Pippin turns around and tries to make eye contact with Brick. He's like, I'm not saying that to be offensive. I'm just saying we've seen the destruction and the chaos this stone can cause.
Yeah, I think as long as it's me and not Priyanka, we'll be kind of okay.
Ooh.
Oh, never mind. That's for later. We'll talk about that later.
The plot thickens. Okay.
Pippin makes eye contact with the governor, eyes wide, like, oh no.
We all just look at the camera like,
Yeah, office style.
Oh, fuck.
wait, so can I assume then that your plan has nothing to do with that?
In fact, I think it's in our best interest to subvert that as much as possible.
Yeah, I'm kind of inclined to agree.
Yeah, that's horrible. That's monstrosities. That's ugly. That's not Iris Luna. Dear, can you bring the stone forward if you are still in possession of it? I just want to see. I promise. No foul play.
So Brika actually has no idea how to do that.
So she's just like, I don't know. Smooth as a baby's bottom right now. It's not doing its thing.
It seems to come out whenever we are in mortal peril.
Oh,
Not, I'm suggesting anything.
Yeah, no. I
no,
don't think
actually,
that's true.
no. You bring up a good point. Points to Eve. Eve immediately walks over, cocks the
No.
gun, puts it to Brika's head.
Listen,
No.
we talked about-
Hold on. You've seen my power. If anything bad happens, I'll bring her back. It's fine. But I need to see this for all of our
So the
sakes.
thing is you're just gonna have to shoot me and bring me back because I don't feel anything right now.
Call for him.
You're
No. Eve pushes the gun into your temple, and you feel it like grinding against your skull. Do it better.
This is unnecessary.
Shh. Go ahead. Eve literally leans down, just like whispers in your ear, just fucking do what he says. Just do it. I don't want to blow your brains out right now, okay?
I know, it's just a matter of emotion. I'm just not into character.
Does a 14 hit? She's looking at her character sheet. This is the character sheet song.
Yes.
Okay. Eve, upon you saying not in the right headspace, takes the butt of the gun and just slams it into your face. Your glasses fly off. They're still on the chain because you're a librarian, but they are now off of your face. And your nose starts bleeding, and you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Joe puffs out, gives like a very aggressive, like, pulls out a knife and goes at Eve.
As soon as the glasses fly off of my face, my whole demeanor changes. Oh, darling. Darling. You did not just do that.
I'm like raising the knife to at least slash at Eve's arm as Brika starts talking, and it basically makes me stop in my tracks.
Magnus leans forward, like with a smile on his face. Yeah, she's gonna do it again. Make the stone appear.
Oh, darling. I do not need the stone for you.
That's very interesting. Maybe it's just you don't have it. Maybe you're bluffing. She looks at Eve. Eve looks at you and just like fucking holds the gun up again to hit you again. You have you see this all happen. You have a moment to respond. What's your response?
You want me to call the good doctor? Sure. You're
that feeling that you often are used to feeling, that like deep connection to the hatred that's like brewing inside of you right now. You feel it connect, and then it withers, and then it dies. And you see the Eve look up at Magnus. Magnus looks at Brika. So maybe not then?
Yes, the good doctor does not want to see you, apparently.
Well, I have the strongest magical detectors in this room that money can buy. And he points at Leo, has a decent amount of magic. Those two, points at Pippin and Crash, They have pretty average readings, but you, other than the fancy doodads you have, you are devoid of magic. I think if you had the stone still, I would have picked it up. So maybe you're not as connected to him as you think. And maybe he waves Eve off and he waves a finger at you and you glitch and your glasses are on and your nose feels better.
What the fuck just happened?
I think we just found out that your connection to Dr. Yor is severed for the moment being.
Yeah, like I said, smooth as a baby's bottom. You just don't listen.
Fresh coming from you lot. That's being modest. Now, listen. I know that this show, you're not going to enjoy it. You know, I'm threatening your friends. But no harm, no foul. And name another way that we would have been able to possibly get it out. It's important to know this stuff. And it's important that you understand. No matter how righteous you may feel, no matter how good you're trying to be, the journey you're on now, you don't have that luxury. To save the world, you cannot be all good. It's impossible.
All right, listen. First of all, I never said I was good. I never said anything. So I don't want to hear your bullshit talking about, oh, you need to be a little bit better. I fucking know. So get on with it and let me know what we need to know.
You are fascinating. I would love to have you in an independent study. I'll pay for your room up on when this is all over. You can come up to level 1. I'll treat you to the digs.
I can't take the fucking sun up there. Are you kidding? I was born for level 3.
Hey, open offer. And honestly, you may walk away from here not going with my plan. I'm fully prepared for that. That's fine. I just need you to know there is another option. Because Yor is going to tell you the stone is the way and you need to basically sacrifice everything. I don't remember. His plan was horrible. I didn't think anybody was going to go with it. That's why I was real surprised when your buddy over there took the bait. But that's another story.
Convince us. Lots of shit has happened to us, and we don't trust anybody. Aside from maybe one guy.
Well.
So you can convince us, but you got to try it. I actually remind me of somebody, just less charisma.
You're not talking about your dad, right?
He could convince me, so try it.
Your dad was always very convincing. So convincing. But he ran away, didn't he? In the end. But that being said, with respect to your father, I'll just play it out plain. I have money. I have resources. I can make your lives here much easier. And
you get us free access to level 2 and clean slates.
Clean slates is a no-brainer because you're going to need them anyway. Especially with points at Crash, his record. You're going to need that wiped anyway. However, let's say if you make it to level 5, I'll give you a ride to level 2. Ultimately, that's what I'm here to do. Help you guys get stronger. Help you guys get ready.
You've been very honest with us, and I appreciate it, and I think I got you wrong, and I apologize for that. I still would like to hear out what my father has to say.
Of course.
I will tell you this now. I think you might have also read me a little bit wrong, too. I do believe that can be good till the end if that's what it takes. But I'm willing to listen.
Brika goes back to raising her hand.
Yes, dear.
Sorry, in all this ranting and raving, I did not get to the point where we heard a plan.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I probably have the most experience helping others level up. Take Eve, for example. When she came to me, she was level 1. Now, she's level 3. That is something I can facilitate because I'm the only one that knows how it happens. Now, you're going to go to your dad, and he's going to tell you that it's the power of goodness or love or whatever malarkey that's going to help you guys get more power and connect to the Magisphere. That's bullshit. The Magisphere does not give a fuck about your alignment. The Magisphere does not give a fuck about your heart. What it cares about is numbers. How much experience do you have? And now, since you've woken up from Project Genesis, the greater the deed, the more experience. And there's no one better on this entire rock at facilitating those kinds of things than me. I'll be your fixer. I'll find you the jobs. I'll find you the people. I'll gain you experience, and you'll get strong fast.
Can I get like a little bit meta here?
Sure.
I want to say what is happening on Leo's face, but I would actually kind of like to know what is happening on everybody else. It looks like Leo is convinced.
Brika is very intrigued. This sounds like a solid plan. Also, the lack of she's thinking like the lack of control with your is not great for my mentality. We haven't heard what the council has to say, but from what he said, it's also not so much my cup of tea. This one seems pretty good to Brika, and you can see that she's intrigued on her face for sure.
Pippin at the moment, it's like he's thinking really hard about something. He pipes up and goes, I just want to say something real quick. I don't think goodness or my connection to the Magisphere affected by my faith. I don't think they have anything to do with each other. I think much like how I made my way down here working for Club Blood Moon and showing up here, I'm on this path regardless of which way I go. I'm dedicated to this. So if it's a good plan, if it's executed well, if it's not somebody just placating me or lying to me just to get me to do what they want, it makes more sense. I'm telling you, I want to hear out my dad. And if he says what you said he was going to say, understand where he and I stand.
That's a very mature and pragmatic way to look at it. Maybe I did read you wrong. But we do have a problem. I'm glad to see you all coming to sense, but there's one among you that never will. Our past is too strong, and he will try and usurp me at every corner. He's been doing it for years. And that is our friend lying in the back there.
Why does he try to usurp you? He kind of told everybody why. That's kind of the only thing holding me back from agreeing to this. You seem to have a pretty loose take on morality. And you're not going to convince us to do anything outside of that.
We'll see. But the reality is, your morality is skewed. Let me explain. You all have been living a life up until this point where the worst thing that could happen is the worst thing that can happen to you. You die, you could become destitute, you could lose all your family and friends. Yes, horrible, sad things. Now, what if you scope it and zoom out? Everyone you know, everything you know, everything you love, every bit of good that exists on this godforsaken rock is in danger. And if you're willing to let it all burn just because you're uncomfortable doing what needs to be done, then I would say that makes you all pretty damn evil. I mean, you can do what you wish, but don't think you have the moral high ground here because you won't do what's necessary.
When I came back, before I came back, there was an after place that I went to talk with someone. And I was given this task to protect everyone that I care about, even the ones I don't care about. And I'm not going to do anything evil, but if I need to do something, I will save others. I think I'm willing to do that.
And my friend, in all my years of experience, you would be surprised how quickly that slope slides. Yes, I am responsible for the deaths of several to more than I can count children. And to be honest, it haunts me every day. I have children of my own. But it's necessary. Because without those kids, we wouldn't be able to be as strong and we wouldn't be able to save the world. And most of them understood that. That's why when Varric brought them to me, we understood that we were making a sacrifice for the greater good. And they understood. They were happy. They were taken care of better than they ever have been or would have been in their miserable lives down on level 5, which we all seem to turn a blind eye to when it's convenient to us. They lived the best life they possibly could before their end. And I will never dishonor their sacrifice by saying that it was evil. I think it was the greatest good that anyone could have done for us. Now, if I told you that we are all making sacrifices for this, I mean it. Because when me, Varric, your father, when we all got together to try and decide one more class, one more group, one more party to become the greatest of us, we understood it was going to take sacrifice. Which is why, when our candidates were selected, when Varric decided each of you will be a part of this experiment, my own daughter is among you. So, don't talk to me about evil. Sacrifice cannot inherently be good or evil. It's what you make it. Stunned silence for those listening. I have given you all my pitch. I'm willing to let you pick what sector you want to bunker down in, and I will give you funding, of course, within reason. To help you get stronger, I will give you jobs. I will let you pick the jobs that you want to go on. But this is what the council is going to ask of you, the same. Except for the council believes you have to do it on your own merit, or else it doesn't work. Points at Rucker. We've proven that wrong. Points at Eve. And the new testing is going quite well. So be a part of our test. Be a part of our crew. Save Iris Luna. Save the world. Or do what's good. I don't know. The fuck do I know? Just the governor of level 1.
What is coming?
That's the best kept secret on Iris Luna. I'll tell you, I've been trying to find out for years, but your buddy back there and your non-biological father, they have the secret. And, oh, fuck. There was one more of those ugly green guys, right? Rock, oh, you can't answer me. Another Githrak. But I don't know where he went. He's been gone for a long time. Those are the only 3 that know what the fuck's coming.
think we might have met him.
Well, you guys are popular. You're just getting around to meeting everyone. Where was he?
I don't think he'd be there anymore.
Yeah, that tracks. He looks at his watch. I don't have a lot of time, so I'll give you my information. You can get in touch. And hey, if you decide to go with us, that's fine. If you decide to go against us, it's also fine.
I'm going to make a promise not to necessarily join your team right now. But if I find out what's coming from my dad, I will pass that information on to you. If we choose to go with you, choose to level up, as you said, I'm going to take as much information as I can back to you.
Well, that sounds like the beginning to a very luxurious relationship, and I'm looking forward to working with you. But I will say this. If you're actively working against in any way, that will put us at odds. And just know, there are other options. And if you stand between me and what I'm trying to get done, then you are an obstacle, and I will remove you. Okay? That was a threat. Stands up, doesn't get any taller. Like stands up from the chair, and it's like the same height. And he walks over to the bookshelf. Come on, Eve. We have another meeting to attend. He buttons his jacket up. It was great talking to you all, and he points to the smite on the desk. Help yourself. And the bookshelf opens. He walks through. The bookshelf shuts. And you all receive a notification with his contact information and a attachment that says, for your consideration. And it is, as you all see the attachment come up, a zip folder. Does anybody open it?
I don't open random files.
Briga scans it lightly with her tablet and then opens it if it's deemed somewhat safe.
I look to her, fully expecting her to do this for us.
Roll hacking.
While she's doing that, I'm going to go to the bookshelf real fast and look for like one of those books. I want to look for one that's like obviously prominent, one that is well worn. It's been looked at a lot.
Roll me a investigation check. Rico, was that hacking roll?
12.
What was the investigation roll?
16.
There is a book that kind of mirrors what you're looking for, at least in the sense that it's very creased along its spine. And as you're kind of like picking it out, like you're just looking at it, you see it, you notice it. Brika, you open the file and you see that you've seen this file before, except for instead of being heavily redacted, none of it is redacted. As you're looking at all of your Project Genesis files. And as you kind of thumb through the images, you get to the end and there's a signature on it. And it's signed Varric. And in the file, it's his dossier on why you should be selected.
Wow. It's like Crash is going to have lots of explaining to do.
Crash's dossier is in there too. Except for he, you see it's his full shapeling or changeling like form.
What do you got, Brika?
Oh, well, so I go in my bag and I'm like, remember these?
Pull out the dossiers.
Oh yeah, we got all the information now.
Oh, you just have all of our, well, I guess we all.
We all do. We all do.
Cool.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
No, it's I got yours too, so I guess it. I'm not going to open it for your sake.
Pippin has since let Crash's body like slump over, and he's just kind of standing, just like looking at Crash. He just kind of says out loud, he goes, "You got to remember that Crash is not Varric."
Oh, no, I know, but Varric's in that body. And I have questions.
We might have a solution. Might be in Leo's hand.
Maybe we don't talk about this. Let's go get some food. What is this book? Is it in Elvish or whatever language?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to do a few things. I'm going to take a neural image of the book cover, and then whenever you're reading a kind of a thicker book, you open it up and it almost naturally lands where you last left off at.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do something that Leo hasn't really done too much in his adult life. I'm going to let that happen, that natural kind of occurrence happen, but also let her guide my hand as I do so.
Roll me either a religion check or a dexterity or a constitution saving throw.
Boys roll my fire. That is a 19 religion roll.
As you're letting your hand be guided, which, unlike Pippin, which has a much more direct and liberal term for that, you are truly just going off faith. As your hand reaches for the book, and you can feel its leather on your fingertip, you get the most intense sensation of fight or flight. It feels like this book is repelling you in a way.
Before I even open it?
Before you even grab it off the shelf. Now, your choice here is roll me do you still go for the book?
I have spent a long time fighting what most would be considered natural instincts due to being forced to do so. To become a stuntman, you kind of have to numb what most people would consider natural instincts. So fight or flight to me is a little more black and white. I get all of the chemicals of that, but I force myself to stop and think. He doesn't feel anything from his faith telling him one way or the other, because that's not how it works. I'm going to flip open the book.
I need a constitution save. Pippin, how far away from Leo are you standing?
Maybe 6.5, 7 feet.
Roll me a perception check.
It's my turn to crit tonight.
God damn, you guys are crazy today. What the fuck?
I just got an 8, so we're going to take that down a notch.
No. Okay, well, with the 8, as soon as you open the book, you get blasted with arcane energy. It feels like your bones are passed through with this energy, and it's like electric shock coursing through your whole body. So you just start to fucking fall. You just start to fall backwards. Holding the book, Pippin with a nat 20, you would notice Leo pull the book out and open it and immediately be aware that something is not this sensation washes over you where the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. And so you're hyper vigilant. So I want you to roll. Well, first of all, what would you attempt to catch him?
I think if I saw him stagger. Like Crash is already on the ground.
Right, and
So-
he's go like I'm not talking like fall like faint. I'm talking like rigid like a board and then like falling backwards.
I think so much like a dog gets a sense when someone's having like a heart attack or like some sort of like
Seizure.
medical, like a seizure. He gets that sense and he just immediately springs into action to go try and catch his friend.
Think too, like I was talking while I was opening this book, so all of this was happening, and I was like, I think we should go eat.
You can roll athletics with advantage due to your natural 20 on perception.
First one's a dirty 20. Second one is a 23.
Okay, so you get there, you catch Leo, no problem, and like you can feel his his muscles are like contracting on their own. He's just like rigid, like fucking, and his eyes are kind of doing this weird like rolly thing in it, which as an owlin probably looks horrifying.
So this was something that was pure magic. Like I wouldn't be able to pick up on.
You would have if from your POV, Leo was talking about going getting food, and now he's having a seizure.
Okay, so I like look up like from I hear Pippin like shuffling. So I look up from reading the dossiers because that's what I was doing. 100%. But and I'm like, oh my.
Something's happening right now. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Leo, you take 1 psychic damage.
I thought we were getting. Is it because he's hungry?
I don't think that's it. I don't. So full disclosure, I have not had time to rest, so I have no charges of my. So Ben's like, okay, what did Momma say to do? I think elevate their arms, roll them on the side, or with it legs. I think maybe it's legs.
Roll medicine check. So the skill we use very rarely in this game.
A flat 18. I don't have any bonuses to that.
Flat 18. You cannot miss, bro. What the fuck?
I'm having a good night.
It is
night.
cross the legs. It is cross the legs, and you also want to turn them on the side. So
it wasn't lift the legs. It wasn't lift the arms. It was cross the legs, roll them on their side. So I do that for Leo, and then I put my hand on his like the flat of his back, his like upper back, and I just close my eyes and I'm like, Idova, I don't know what's happening to my friend. Please help me, give me guidance, know what to do next. Amen.
Roll me a religion check, please, with advantage. Brika, at this point, you would realize that it's getting really serious with Leo.
Yeah, so I would have also ran over to Leo as soon as Pippin started like moving him and see him like stop to pray. I'm like, oh, like so I go over. I check for a heartbeat.
His pulse.
Yeah,
he has a pulse.
Breathing.
Ragged. Yes. What was your medicine? You said 18. Sorry. What was the roll that you just did?
You just asked me to roll religion because I prayed. And I am not going to take the nat 1 that I just rolled. I'm going to take the 17 instead.
I gave you advantage the worst time, didn't I? You would notice, Pippin, that as your prayer kind of goes out, and you see Brika run over and start checking Leo's pulse and like kind of getting a biometric reading, you would see from behind the desk just like a golden retriever's head kind of looking out, watching very like softly. And you would see him like nod behind you.
Ben would whip his head around at that.
The book is open, and on the book is a glowing rune.
Ben would immediately shuffle over and close the book.
You shut the book, but the magic that's vibrating off of it still seems to be vibrating. Like it still seems to be impacting Leo in some way.
In his scramble, he like turns back towards where the desk is and like looks like, now what?
The dog's gone.
Pippin opens the book back up to where it was, and I attempt to tear out a page of the book.
As you open the book, it opens right back to that rune. Can roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Are we all about to have seizures? You're gonna hate me, Seb. I almost rolled a nat 1 again, but I got lucky and my saving throws. 21.
And he does indeed do something for you. As you feel the same sensation I described to Leo rip through your body, but this time it is seemingly less effective. And Leo, finally, you still are very much being affected by this, but you get a sense of brevity. You get a sense of it lightening the load a little bit. And you are able to look around. You're not able to get up or move, but you are able to look and you can speak.
Do I have like a sense of like, was this like absolutely pure like shock, or did I have a sense of like the force that was doing this to me?
So here's where this gets fun. I need you to roll me 2 rolls. The first one's obvious. I need you to roll me an Arcana roll. The second one is less obvious. I need you to roll me a History roll.
So that's an 18 Arcana.
Yep.
Just want to correct that as Arcana before anybody comes at me. Oh, wow. Our rolls are crazy tonight. So that's a 19 plus 2. That's 21.
Can you do something for me? Fucking 21. So, with the Arcana check, you have now the sense of mind to remember your schooling. This is a simple electrocution ward used pretty much on the mainland as like warding cattle, keeping cattle within a certain like zone, or like a little light protection added to things. Now, the history you vividly remember, because in your act, we haven't really figured out a word for it, but the traveling act that you traveled with, they did keep livestock because it's the mainland. You can fucking do that. But also it made you a little bit more self-sufficient and not rely on synthesized food, which was a big thing for the group that you were with. You remember trying to climb one of those fences with a group of friends. And you remember the sensation of the electrocution rune. And you also remember your friends linking arms so that the rune's power needed to spread further than its capability, breaking the rune once you reach a threshold of enough people that the rune passes through.
I'm going to do one better. There's like, are the bookcases on the side of the room they're on, or is that the one that they left, or is that the opposite side of the room?
The opposite side for the book that you found.
Is there like anything bolted to the floor here?
I don't think any of you have checked.
I'm on the ground at eye level.
If you look at his desk is very much bolted to the ground, yeah.
I touch the metal bolts.
Grounding yourself? As you touch the bolt, well, first of all, actually, I just did say you can't move, and you can move your head and you can speak. So either you have to figure out a way to do that, or you got to roll me a strength check.
Yeah, I ain't rolling no strength check.
I will say, was literally like fretting right above you.
But Barika was electrocuted. Ground.
What do you mean you were electrocuted?
No sense of urgency per usual.
You look at Pippin. Pippin is like a fucking floof right now. All of his hairs are like fucking statically like standing straight up.
Something's going on right now, and he might be right. We might be getting electrocuted, so we need to ground us. Just grab something to ground us.
Ugh, Jesus.
Talking to the most intelligent person in the room.
I take my tablet off of my body and put it like safely away.
Smart.
Yeah. And then can I reach the desk from where we are?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I grab the desk. I'm like, I really.
The anticipation builds as your hand gets closer to the fucking bolt, and you're one hand on Leo.
Yeah.
The other hand, the anticipation. You close your eyes. Grab the bolt.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
I like peek one eye open, and I'm like, did it work?
You guys, Leo, with your fucking amazing rolls on Arcana, you would know why it didn't work, which is because the electrocution is happening magically from the rune. So by touching you, it's not enough.
Yeah. I assumed, I was like, this isn't just fucking.
I don't believe in magic. I would like to remind.
So that's why I'm waiting for you to relay this information to Rika, who still has her eyes closed while grabbing the bolt.
I think he's like in physical pain. Like talking hurts. Like everything's tense. Like you're like your throat's like super tense. It'd be hard to like really get out a lot.
Pippin's having a great time. I figured it was pertinent to point that out.
I feel fine, but
it's magic.
What do we do with that? We just grounded you.
So what does that mean? Yeah, you said electrocuted.
He doesn't know.
Like, why is it magic? Where did this electricity come from?
Pippin, your brain connects that the rune in front of you that you're looking at that's glowing blue right now, it might possibly be the source of what's happening.
I think it's probably this rune that's on this book that's glowing right now. That's probably the source of... Wait. Just, like, destroy the book or something? Like...
But oh, my God. Give me... So I walk over to the book. Do I see it glowing?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh, that is crazy.
Looks cool.
What?
So before I get taken by my curiosities,
I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this.
So I grab the book, like daintily, push it over so that I can touch the desk. So I put my ankle on the desk bottom so that my foot is touching the desk. And I take a deep breath and I'm touching Leo with my other hand. And I'm like, all right, Pippin, grab his leg or something.
Okay. I grab a wing instead.
You did say or something.
Yeah, or something. It's fine.
All right.
So deep breath.
I hope this works.
And I close the book and kind of reopen it to that page.
The second you reopen the book to that rune, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
TPK. We all die from 1 damage at a time.
Kids and those listening, don't read books. They hurt.
15.
15. You feel a small zap.
Ah, fuck.
You see a little spark off the end of one of your horns, and it smokes a little bit. And then the rune flickers and cracks down the middle. And all of you feel an instant sense of relief.
Huh.
Cast magic sense.
Yeah, while you're doing whatever you're doing, I literally close that book and I'm,
don't ever. Why?
I crawl towards the book.
No. Why?
That was a trap. They don't want us to know what's in here. Quick. Take a picture of it. I flip it back.
I literally can't.
As soon as you open it, while Brika's telling you I can't, you open the book and you open it. This time, it opens to the back. Just like the back, the rest of the book is closed except for the back. And you see something that catches in your throat. Something that should make you roll a con save, but we're not gonna. as it's simply just a written name. Property of Girth, Tanway. And that is where I will end today's session. Thank you for listening to We Together. Find all of our links on our Linktree or join our amazing Discord community at WeTogether Gaming to chat about the story, share your thoughts, and hang out with the cast and GM. If you'd like to support us, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/WeTogetherGaming. You'll get exclusive access to our behind-the-scenes podcast, where we talk about our favorite moments, dive into character work, and have long-form discussions about the story every week. If you're all caught up and looking for more, check out the actual play podcast Hapless Heroes, now in its second season, featuring me, your GM, as a player, available on all streaming services. A quick thank you to our top-tier patrons: GxLobes, BrenDaniel, that guy Jake, my dad, and my mama. Your support means the world to us. Until next time, stay adventurous, and remember, whatever we do it better together.